What's up, people? Happy Monday. Hope all of you had a wonderful weekend. Today's episode of General Hospital, it was pretty good. It was decent. A lot of truths were brought out. Um, so let me talk about Michael and Sabrina first. Sabrina finally told Michael she was pregnant. He was shocked, rightfully so, but he was kind of a little irritated about the fact that she found out weeks ago and she waited till now to tell him. But she explained to him why she waited so long to tell him. Because she was afraid about losing this baby like she lost Gabriel. But my issue with this scene was that, and I think a scene prior, I think like a week ago or a few days ago, they alluded to the fact that Carlos might be the father. I think last week they alluded to the fact Carlos might be the baby father. I find this shit so stupid. How you gonna do a who's the daddy with a dead person? Really? Well, I misquoted. Let me say this again. Alleged dead person. Because mind you, we never did see Carlos's body. And if we don't see a body, then the motherfucker ain't dead. Well, shit, let me correct myself again. Sometimes even when we do see the body, hell, they still come back from the dead. Helena was shot right in front of our eyes, and that bitch ain't had no pulse. And she came back a year later, no scar, no nothing. Looking fierce, too. Full makeup, a new hairdo. Only Helena. Only Helena. I'm sorry. How do you do that? Get shot on a boat in the middle of nowhere, come back a whole year later, no bullet wound, no scar, a new hairdo, and a face full of makeup with bodyguards. How do you do where they do shit like what? Moving on. Um. So yeah, I'm not happy about this. I think the baby should be Michael's. There's no way in hell that baby is Carlos's. Too much time has passed for that baby to pass as Carlos's baby. There's no way in hell. Even if she slept with Carlos the night he died, there's still no way. She would have been found out. She would have been found out she was pregnant. I just feel like this whole storyline is just gonna be ridiculous. Um, but I did love the part where Michael ran out the apartment and he yelled in the hallway that he was having a baby, that him and Sabrina was having a baby. I did love that part. And they officially told each other that that they love each other. Um, Now my question is, when is the wedding? That's all I wanna. When is the ring coming? We will not have no children out of wedlock. Nope. Do it right, Michael. Put a nice $1 million engagement ring on her finger. You can afford it. You're a quartermain and you're a Corinthos. Put the ring on her finger. Don't be like Sonny, having little bastard babies running around. Do it the right way. Um. So anyway, I think Sonny had what, 3 kids born out of wedlock? Dante, Christina, Avery. All 3 of them were bastard kids. My. Mm-mm-mm. He only had one legitimate child, I believe, and that was Morgan. Morgan was his only legitimate baby, cause him and Carly had Morgan when they were married. Back in 2003, because they didn't get a divorce until 2005. I think they were married from 2002 to 2005. Because during that time, ain't it funny? During that time back then, Sonny cheated on Carly 2 times during that marriage. He had an affair with Alexis in 2002, which resulted in Christina's birth. That was during the time he was married to Carly. Then he had an affair with Sam, which resulted in her getting pregnant with Lila. I believe that was in 2004. Jesus. Mm-mm-mm. 2 bastard kids within a year or two time span. Like that. That's just crazy to me. Sonny, oh my God. He was a whore back in the day. Like, you think he was something now? Look at him back in the day with the women. Anyway, moving on. Um, who do I talk about now? I'm not going in any specific order. I'm just trying to think like who was more interesting to talk about. Um, okay. So Molly. I get where Molly's hatred for Julian comes in because of what he did to her father, setting Rick up last year. I get where that's coming from. But here's a bigger one. You all have to agree with me on this one. You may have to agree with me on this one because, I mean, come on now. Right is right, wrong is wrong. She is a bit hypocritical. She blasts Julian for being in the mob, da 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 da. She claims he's lying about being in the mob, about quitting the mob, but yet she loves Rick. She loves Sonny. Sonny's a career criminal. Rick has done a lot of criminal shit. He's not a career criminal, but he has done some illegal shit. I mean, come on, look at what he's recently done to Jason, aka Jake, even though he didn't know. I mean, he's the one who brought Hayden to town and paid her to be Jake's wife to get Jake away from Elizabeth. Um, and he did used to work for the Zakars, and he did lock Carly up in a panic room. I mean, just to name a few things. Um, so anyway, I just feel like it's hypocritical of Molly to go there with Julian. Like, I understand she don't like him, but at the same time, and here's my thing about I respect Julian to a point because I feel like he was trying to be noble. He was trying to do the right thing by telling Alexis maybe they should push back them moving in together because he's trying to preserve her relationship with Christina. But here's my thing about that. I feel like they should not have to put their relationship on hold. They should not have to move, put their future on hold for Molly because Molly's an adult now. Alexis is an adult. If Molly doesn't like the choices that her mother is making in her love life, then she can always pack her bags and find somewhere else to live. You're an adult. That's all I'm saying. And Alexis is a grown ass woman. And if she wants to be with Julian, let her be with Julian. If she has faith in Julian, let her have faith in Julian. Her mother has raised her kids. She has raised Christina. She has raised Molly. She's done raising children. So it's time for her to move forward with her life instead of trying to put her life on hold for her kid. Like she said, she can't live for Molly. You know what I mean? Like she can't, so keep her life surrounded around Molly. She can't do that. She has to live for her now as an adult and as a woman who's probably beginning 50 or mid 50. She needs to start living for her and get her groove back. I'm just saying because you remember Alexis went years without having some sex. She went years without having relationships. Now it's her time, so let her have her time. That's all I'm saying. Fair is fair, you know. Um, so anyway, the phone calls that Julian are taking, I don't think they're mob related. I think it's just a misunderstanding. I do believe he's out of the mob. That I believe. I think they just want the fans or, some of the characters to make it seem like he's still in the mob by some of those phone calls that he's having. Because they're very vague phone calls. Like, they're very vague. They're not detailed. He's just yelling at somebody over the phone to get something done. For all Alexis know, it could be him remodeling the penthouse. It could be him getting her an engagement ring. For all Alexis know, it could be that. Who knows? Maybe it's both. Maybe she could get a new penthouse and a new engagement ring. It ain't like he ain't got the money. I'm just saying. Um, she has every right to be suspicious. Now, as far as her ordering a DNA test on Olivia Baby, I know some people might feel like that's wrong. I kind of do too, because it's kind of none of Alexis's business. But Alexis obviously not dumb. And I've been feeling like this for a minute. I'm like, who would believe that dumbass story Olivia told about adopting Mateo, a baby named Mateo? Who would believe that story? She ain't been gone long enough. And adoptions are not that quick. First of all, she had LSD where she used to have visions. I guess the visions went away, but she had a mental issue. Her son was shot. Her baby father is a mob boss. Don't you think that the adoption agency is going to look into all of that? It takes time to adopt a baby. You're not just going to get an insta baby that fast. Like, no, you can't push an adoption through that quickly. There's proper channels. They have to do home visits, all type of shit. You can't just adopt a child that quickly. They don't know you like that, and you think they're just gonna give you a baby. That don't even make no sense. So I'm glad somebody's looking into this dumb shit and not believing it. Because I was looking at Julian the other day when he bumped into Olivia in the hallway, like, dude, you're not seriously believing this bullshit. Nobody can adopt a child that fast. Like, please get some common sense. Like, good thing Alexis, she called it. I don't agree with her going behind people back doing DNA tests, but do what you got to do to end this damn storyline because it's time for this baby shit to come out. I kind of felt bad for Olivia. Then again, I don't feel bad for her. I felt bad because Ned broke up with her. But obviously, that relationship wasn't going to work because Wally Kurth is on Days of Our Lives, and I don't think they're going to recast the role of Ned. So it had to happen. Either way, I know a lot of people didn't want it to happen, but it had to happen. So I understand it. And he just didn't want to keep up with the lie. Even though I'm looking at Ned like, motherfucker, you already started the lie. So once you start a lie this big, you might as well keep going. Ain't no sense in backing out now. And then he gonna back out of the lie and let Olivia deal with this by herself now. Motherfucker, you the one that helped her with the lie in the first place. Now you want to back out with a lie this big, you might as well keep going. Ain't no sense in backing out. You might as well keep, when you lie like this and tell a major lie like this, you might as well keep it going. You might as well see it through. But I have to agree with Ned. Olivia needs to tell Julian the truth. I don't care if she's trying to keep that baby safe or not. You need to tell him the truth. This is where I don't feel bad for Olivia because as a grown person, you knowingly and you chose to have sex with Julian unprotected. You chose to have sex with him, unprotected sex with him, knowing that he was in the mob at the time. He was still in the mob. You knew all of this about him, and yet you still laid down with him. So that's on you. Even if she didn't think she was gonna get pregnant, that don't matter. You still did it. So therefore, face the consequences and tell the truth. That's my opinion. Um. Anyway, so I think I said that Friday that Jake was so dumb for going to Nicholas to try to get the truth out of Nicholas. Like, dude, you're not gonna get the truth out of him. He's not gonna tell you the truth. It's a mute point. Like, what is the point? You might as well just keep trying to undercover investigate him instead of being so obvious to confront him when you barely got evidence. He's not gonna tell you the truth. And of course Nicholas lied to him. Then the son of a bitch tried to threaten to have Jake and Sam arrested. I said, really, Nicholas? Really? Nicholas is, I don't know how I feel about this attitude change, but it's kind of interesting. But then again, he's just acting like a royal jackass. I love the Sam and Spinelli conversation though about how when she look at Jake, he remind her. I mean, when she look at Danny, he remind her of Jason. When he fold his arms and stuff like that, and he laugh. I like that. Um, Spencer is a smart kid. Like I can't front. He is a smart little boy. Um, he pulls no punches. Like he really doesn't. Like he pulls no punches. Like he told his father straight up, "What are your intentions?" I'm glad he spoke the truth. Um. So anyway, Kiki, I don't know what they doing with that character. I just don't know. I'm not. I don't care for the Kiki character. I'm not invested in that character. Like I'm still not. She's been on this character has been on the show for what 2 years. I'm still not invested. I'm not interested in the character because they're not making me interested in her. So I'm not interested in her. Basically now she's turned into an alcoholic. Well, write a storyline where the bitch go to AA and call it a day. Like nobody really cares about her. Like I'm sorry, but I don't. Um, so this new girl that debuted it that I mentioned last week, Darby. She's a friend of Molly and TJ. Now she's making moves on Morgan. Now it's about time Morgan gets with an age appropriate woman. Um, and I'm glad that they showcase Morgan and Molly and stuff like that. 'Cause I remember back then Morgan and Molly were so close, and it seemed like when Morgan came back to town, they distanced him from Molly. But now it seemed like they're partying together, hanging out. Oh, go ahead, do what y'all do. And I kind of find it funny about their relationship. Rick and Sonny hated each other for years, yet their kids love each other. They were so close. They were the opposite of Rick and Sonny. Rick and Sonny hated each other, but yet Molly and Morgan were so damn close. It's kind of a funny thing. It's like it's hilarious. Um, so I think that's everything. I think I covered everything. I think that's everybody for today. I'll see all you tomorrow. Have a great day. See you all later.